Hello and good afternoon, it's me ADG once again. Big there, sorry. Again, Jesus, already. I'm not gonna do it. In the McLaren today, the McLaren VGT Group 1, and just been round the Nordschleife in it. Got a 602.373, which I felt was a decent lap, but it was probably beatable with a few more attempts at it, but I don't want to spend all day going around Nordschleife. I do, but I don't. You know what I mean. I fancy doing it in something a little bit quicker, so I'm going to put the mild 936 when it's tuned horsepower to one side of the McLaren, that is. I'm going to pick something a little bit quicker again and see what kind of time I can do. 602 that I've done in the McLaren just then was the fastest time I've ever done around the Nordschleife in any car, so see how fast I can actually go, basically. Yeah, right. So back to the Nürburgring. Just gives me a chance to pick a different car. So let's go category and Group 1. That was a Group 1 car, but I believe no, is there no, there's nothing faster in Group 1. So I believe I have to go to Group X, and so there's the Tomahawk. Jesus Christ, 2,586 brake horsepower, weighing 749 kilos. Oh, I think I've attempted it in that before, but it was an absolute nightmare. Should I give it a go? I don't know. It's going to be terrible for the video, I suppose. I don't just want to show my good moments. I don't know. I've got a bit of a dilemma here. Well, seeing as though that is a massive gap from the 900 that I've just gone round in, I'll go in that first, and if I really enjoy myself I might step up to the next one, or maybe even do another video. So 666 at 63 kilos. That's absolutely ridiculous. Right, these aren't real cars, I know, but there will be one day, surely, these kind of cars. Anyway, stop waffling on. Sorry if my microphone's been slightly quiet so far. I just realised it wasn't in the best place. Hopefully you could hear something. If not, I made a G. I'm about to go around the Nordschleife in a ridiculously fast car, and obviously try and beat my lap time that I've done in a Group 1 car, which was a 602. Again, I only had 2 laps to get that time, so it's beatable. I know I'm not the fastest in the world either, so it's definitely beatable in that regard. Jesus Christ, handful already. Oh my god. Yeah, gonna have to give this some respect. Wow. Oh, right, the brakes are important in this car. Need to figure those out as fast as possible. I'm gonna have a... oh, Jesus. Whoa. Right, this is another level again. So it's gonna take my brain a little bit of time to adjust to, I think. This is quick, really quick. Gonna have to keep an eye on the top speed as well, right down the long straight. Be interesting. Jesus, it's a little touch on the throttle and then back on the brakes. It really is already. So, opening the taps for the first time, really. Oh, on the brakes, I don't. Probably take that flat if you're a god, but oh my god, it's hard to steer. So it's ultra sensitive on the steering, I've already found that way, so I need to be careful of that. And need to be easy on the brakes. I don't think it's got the handling to keep up with the power that it's got this. Probably got really good handling, but not quite enough to keep up with 500 mile an hour. Jesus, maybe it has. It does seem to have a lot of downforce, that's what's making it so twitchy. twitchy when I'm going fast. It seems like a reasonable car at this kind of speed. Oh, and then as soon as you get that downforce coming on at high speed, it's a different car altogether almost. See if we can take this fast. Oh Jesus, that's scary. Oh my god, whoa, big twitch there from the rear. This is a beast, as I refer to cars that scare me. Oh my god, it's hard to keep the line you want, so I need to dial in before the end of the lap though, so I can attempt to get a decent lap in for the second lap. If not on the second, then I might do a third, but again, don't want these videos to be too long. Let me know if you want to see me do like 50 laps, I'll probably do it. I just don't think anyone would watch it when they look at the time and it's about 3 hours worth of me waffling on more some driving shit. This is, I'm going to have to take a moment to focus and pipe down boy. Oh, whoa. I need to, before I start my fast lap, I really need to tune into this. I'm almost tempted to put the traction control higher than 3, Jesus. Normally take it down a little, but it's such a beast. I think 2 might do me a favour, it'll give me a little bit more respect for the car and probably help me drive it a little bit better. I know that might sound a bit odd to some people, but so I like to give myself a bit of a challenge from time to time. Concentrate on being tidy and I'll easily get a faster lap anyway, just because of the pure speed of this thing down the straight. I'll probably be half a minute behind my 6:02 time and still catch it up just on the straight. So I don't need to worry about the time. I've realised now it's not ultimately what it's about. I just need to concentrate on having fun in this car and getting a faster lap in, which is good. Takes a little thing off my mind. It's always nice in racing, just being able to focus. Tightens up this corner, be careful. Especially in this. Jesus. Little bump, take it easy. Oh god, I think the downforce in this car, I'm not giving it anywhere near as much as I could. I think it really, I could probably be flat through all that, but I don't know if it's there, and I'd say I don't think my brain's caught up with the speed of this thing yet. I'm getting there, but it's so tricky anyway, heading. When I see that corner, I always think it's my way of telling that I'm heading onto the straight basically. 2 more corners left than you're on there. I like that last corner as well, blind entry in a way. Just got to tuck it in early and get the good exit onto the straight. So we're up to 200 and maybe shifted a little bit early in 6th there, short shifted to 7th, but 260, 70, keep an eye on the road at the same time. 270 with the fastest, oh my gosh, the fastest I saw. Keep it on the fucking track, right, so bad end to that lap, but let's keep it positive for the next one. Here we go, let's get a good lap. Be nice and steady though, don't push, almost push less than they just have done, and I'll get a better time. Oh, on the grass a little bit there, cut that corner massively. Still aren't quite dialed into the amount of downforce you can get when you're going fast. I don't think, hopefully I'm not offending anyone here, but I don't think Gran Turismo is the best at that kind of stuff. No, I didn't say up, no, huh? Oh shit. So it's not the best start to this lap, but it's a bastard of a car to drive. Oh, especially when you touch the freaking grass. Oh, again, I can't remember if I said it or not, but yeah, not just going to show you my good moments. Guess I'll have to do a third lap. Not again, don't want this video to be too long though, and I'm so conscious of how many times I say again. But anyway, let's try and keep it about the racing. So we'll actually just try and focus by doing a full commentary through the full third lap rather than talking about anything else. I suppose I should use this opportunity, saying that then, to mention something at least during this video about something. What was I thinking about earlier? I was thinking, it's nothing important like, but I was talking to one of the guys the other day from MIC, and we were talking about the British Touring Car game that used to be out, the TOCA Codemasters game, came out in 1997, and what a game. And I think if I really think about it, if I trace back where I kind of found my love for like racing games and all things racing, it was probably that game all those years ago. So I was 12 at that point, so I've been doing it a while. In one way or another, I used to play on the keyboard, I believe, if I remember rightly. I didn't have a pad or anything, but still absolutely loved it. Really good game. Gave me a fondness for the British touring cars as well. Still to this day, still love it. I think it's better than ever, in fact, with the massive grids and action every single lap from somewhere or another in the field. Oh my god, you've got some really good drivers in there, really good drivers in the BTCC, and in my opinion, to be able to just take a second here, to be able to win a BTCC championship is just, I think it's, in my opinion, obviously, I know this will get heavily criticised, but I think it's almost a bigger achievement than winning an F1 season, for the difficulty of the racing that's going on around you and the competitiveness of each car and how close they are throughout every race. Sometimes there's the odd race where someone gets a massive lead and manages to win by a fair amount, but still it's not often it's in double figures, even if it is a big lead. Oh, so yeah, it's pretty much a love of mine anyway. So yeah, if anyone hasn't thought about that and knows what I'm on about for ages, I hope you enjoy remembering, because me and I think it was Paul K from the MIC that was discussing it, and yeah, got me all nostalgic, and if I still had a copy, I think I'd be looking at having a go again. I know the graphics won't be very good or anything, but I don't really bother me. I remember it being awesome, and it'd still be awesome today, but well, not quite on the level of these kind of games, but certainly something like Assetto Corsa, where you've got the depth of feel in the feedback in the wheel. If anyone's playing on the wheel, haven't tried Assetto Corsa, give it a go. I certainly like it. It's not the easiest of games, it's not the most complete of games, it's not brilliant in loads of different ways, but for actually just booting around the track in not that many cars as well, it's nothing like the car list on Gran Turismo, but it's certainly it's almost less but better quality in a way, if you think about it like that. not every car is brilliant, but the physics models for some cars on that game are amazing. They really feel brilliant through the wheel anyway. Give you a lot of feedback in my comparison compared to Gran Turismo, but hey, Gran Turismo, I'm still playing it, I'm still here, it's a brilliant game at the end of the day, nothing wrong with it, just there is other things out there, that's all I'm trying to say. Project cars as well, good with all the endurance stuff you can do, and day and night mode, and weather, and snow, and everything you could possibly think of. The fact that what's it called? The fact that sorry, just concentrating through the fact that the rain actually like pools in the lower points of the track and actually builds up to puddles that you've got to try and avoid, otherwise you really do lose traction through it and slither through it, and it feels like you're actually aquaplaning like you would do when you feel it on the road in real life. Gives you that kind of same feel where the steering goes really light and don't really do anything if you turn. So yeah, another good game that simulates good force feedback through a wheel. Another thing I wanted to mention about wheels as well is if you are thinking about buying a wheel, I'm not saying that anyone, I know there's not many people watching these videos, but that will hopefully just come in time if I keep at it. That's all I'm thinking, but anyway, never mind about that. Anyone that is thinking about buying a wheel, I don't want to be some kind of, critique that tells everyone what to do or anything like that. Not at all, but I think there's important pitfalls to avoid, that's all I'm trying to get at really. So one of them is if you're thinking about investing quite a lot of money in a rig and getting into it, one, make sure you actually really can put it in your house somewhere without disturbing everything too much, because it can be pretty loud at times and stuff like that. Anyway, think about that. And then two, you end up spending quite a lot of money over the years if you get into it, so it is kind of an investment, especially if you're planning on pursuing it as a bit of a hobby rather than just having a bit of fun on it. And then I think the most important one that could easily get missed by a lot of people that just get excited to buy a wheel is, especially if they're planning on doing it long term again. Oh, completely fucked that up. Sorry about the language. Thinking about doing it long term is it compatible to terrible driving going on here? Is it compatible? Is it going to be compatible to the new console if you're planning on basically sticking on the consoles through the years? So obviously I'm on the PS4 here, so talking about the PS5 really, the Fanatic wheel that I've got at the moment and that I'm using, and that a lot of people seem to be buying and using, seems to be a popular wheel, I doubt very much it's going to be compatible on the PS5, so there's only a few years left of the PS4 shelf life, if you like. I don't really say it like that, but you could refer to it like that and think about that. But I'll certainly not buy a PS5 as soon as they come out, because they're always ridiculously expensive when they're first released. But yeah, for anyone that is thinking about upping the console rather than they're getting more and more into sim racing, I'd think about maybe just saving your money a little bit, and then again, not trying to give anyone, telling anyone what to do, just trying to give some advice I suppose to people who haven't really thought about it. But yeah, maybe think about, do I want to get a wheel now, or do I want to wait until there's actually something available for the new console that's going to last you, into the next probably 10 years kind of thing. I don't know how long consoles really last you, but until you grow out of it or whatever. But anyway, try and concentrate for a moment whilst I'm trying to do this lap. Another thing is, again, on the wheel front, just wanted to talk about wheels a little bit. I'm no expert, don't get me wrong. I probably couldn't answer half the questions you have. If you've got those questions, there's other people that are more capable of doing that online than me. And videos and all sorts of YouTube tips and advice and stuff. I'm not really going for that angle, but on for a decent lap here. But yeah, certainly do your research, I'd say, and make sure you get the right wheel, because it can be the difference between loving it from the start or kind of being a bit disappointed about the whole thing. And I want to see more people come into sim racing. I think it's a brilliant time for sim racing at the moment. It's probably the best time there has been, really. I think someone else, I watched a video, one of Jimmy's videos or something the other day, and I think he was saying the same thing, really. I'm going to do a 4th lap. I'm enjoying my little chat here. Sorry if no one wants to watch, but I'm enjoying my little chat about wheels. So what I'm talking about when I talk about like upgrading in the future and maybe waiting and all that kind of stuff is direct drive, well, Fanatec anyway, or Fanatec as I say, but whatever you want to call it, German wheel manufacturer. They make quite high-end wheels for the console at the moment, but they're about to release soon. It's been delayed. It was meant to be released already, but it's about to be released soon. Their first direct drive wheel, which I believe is the only direct drive wheel that you can ever think about getting for the console, so only anytime soon anyway. And if anyone, again, I'm not trying to patronise people, if you know, you know, and this is probably pretty boring for you, but if you don't know, direct drive wheel just means a lot more power basically, because of where the wheel is actually connected directly to the motor, and it's exactly what it says really, direct drive. So that's what it means. It's the wheel you are driving with is connected to a motor that's normally capable of running some kind of industrial like conveyor belt or something like that, so quite a powerful motor. I think Fanatec again, they claim to have, I don't know the details, I don't look into it or I don't understand it if I'm honest, but they claim to have designed their own motor instead of just using a generic industrial motor that could do a similar job. They've claimed to have invested quite a lot into R&D and produced their own kind of version of a direct drive motor that's been used generally throughout the other manufacturers that do these things. So they've taken that extra step, so it means certainly showing investment for the future from Fanatec in the direct drive market. And if one thing Fanatec are quite reliable at is they do keep us console gamers still involved, which is good to see. It's a big market, the PC market. Everyone realises that if you're into this kind of stuff. But Jesus Christ. Oh, terrible, so early, it's so twitchy when the downforce is, when you're going so fast, the downforce is at its maximum. So yeah, and then just one last thing, again, realise I've been waffling on, and I'm nearly at the end of the lap as well, not really, but one more thing is the price range. You can get into serious money with wheels and stuff, so again, don't put yourself in debt to buy one. It's a bit of a luxury if you can afford it, why not, but don't want one that badly that you're going to ruin your next couple of years or anything. They're good fun, but back to what I was saying. Yeah, anyway, sorry, lost my thread a bit. So direct drive is like that. Most wheels like I'm driving now are like belt driven wheels. There's nothing wrong with that. They're the cheaper wheels on the market. They're still not cheap, don't get me wrong, but the more they consume, you could just buy them, plug it in, works. All these PC wheels that you see like the top YouTubers and sim racers using, They're seriously expensive for a start, and they tend to be direct drive, or they're all moving that way. There's the guys that are serious about it. And saying that, I did once see this thing about, I think it was Gregory Hutu, and if you're into this kind of stuff, you might have heard of him. He's one of the alien guys, as they call them, from iRacing, that's just ridiculously quick, won God knows how many championships, but all that kind of stuff, unbelievably good. And I'm sure it were him anyway, either him or someone else that was equally, you know, up there. They just used a good old G27, I think it was, and yeah, kicked everyone's ass in the world. Had the force feedback turned down to barely nothing, so he had hardly anything to deal with on the wheel, and just, I don't know, there's something good about that in a way. It's like, yeah, he's fastest in the world in loads of different championships, and he's proven himself loads of times, but he's done it in the clever way of actually doing it on a, or he's considerably, compared to some stuff, a cheap wheel to do it, some those kind of achievements on anyway. Really, I'm waffling. I'm going to carry this on. I know it's not what I said at the beginning, but I'm having fun here. I still want to get a decent lap in, because I do make mistakes doing this, chatting away. Need to focus on those crucial points of the track, I suppose. Light through here. Down a gear, get it tucked in. Yeah, anyone that's thinking like, oh, I'll be a lot faster on a wheel as well, it's simply not true. You've got to get used to it, it takes quite a while, and then you've got to be faster than everyone else at the end of the day, and there's a lot of people doing it, and there's a lot of people that are fast, and there's a lot of people that are dedicated to it. So if you're, basically what I'm trying to say, if you are the kind of player that just comes on every now and again, you know, once every month or something like that, and has a quick half an hour, then if you're going online, you're going to really struggle to win races unless you're some kind of natural talent. Especially with a wheel, you really need to like tune into it. So now it's taken me a fair few laps to tune into this car, really. I feel like I'm getting there with it though. Still absolutely nailed my lap time. I was obviously looking to beat that I did in the McLaren VGT. Done quite well. I've done a 5:20, bad time to look, shit. 5:27.779. Really bad time to look through there. Why did I do that? Terrible schoolboy error. Oops. So yeah, steady, let's get back on track. Rear end's going round on me there, but oh, had enough road to deal with it. Ah. Right, my throat's hurting. I've had good fun, but I think I've had enough fun. Thank you very much. Don't want to make this video too long as well, so thank you very much if you have watched. Appreciate it, and yeah, like, subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Tell anyone, whoever you might think might be interested, and yeah, I'll keep the videos coming. Gonna do dirt rally ones when it comes out. Might do a little dirt rally, you know, play it for the last few days before I get dirt rally 2 as well, so get back into the rally mode before dirt rally comes out. And then yeah, got some other races coming up and stuff, so if you're interested in that, yeah, keep an eye out for it. Anyway, take care. I've been ADG123. Yeah, see you later.